Daily Mass Readings and Reflection. May 13, 2023. Saturday of the 5th week of Easter. Memorial Day of Our Lady of Fatima. First reading. Acts chapter 16. Verses 1 to 10. Paul reached also Derbe and Lystra, where there was a disciple named Timothy, the son of a Jewish woman who was a believer, but his father was a Greek. The brothers in Lystra and Iconium spoke highly of him, and Paul wanted him to come along with him. On account of the Jews of that region, Paul had him circumcised, for they all knew that his father was a Greek. As they traveled from city to city, they handed on to the people for observance the decisions reached by the apostles and presbyters in Jerusalem. Day after day the churches grew stronger in faith and increased in number. They traveled through the Phrygian and Galatian territory because they had been prevented by the Holy Spirit from preaching the message in the province of Asia. When they came to Mysia, they tried to go on into Bithynia, but the Spirit of Jesus did not allow them, so they crossed through Mysia and came down to Troas. During the night Paul had a vision. A Macedonian stood before him and implored him with these words, "Come over to Macedonia and help us." When he had seen the vision, we sought passage to Macedonia at once, concluding that God had called us to proclaim the good news to them. Responsorial Psalm. Let all the earth cry out to God with joy. Gospel. John chapter 15. Verses 18 to 21. Jesus said to his disciples, "If the world hates you, realize that it hated me first. If you belong to the world would love its own. But because you do not belong to the world, and I have chosen you out of the world hates you. Remember the word I spoke to you, no slave is greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they kept my word, they will also keep yours. And they will do all these things to you on account of my name, because they do not know the one who sent me." Reflection. If the world hates you. World, Greek cosmos, is used in John's Gospel with a variety of meaning. In the first place, it means the cosmos that was created by God. It is the totality of God's creation. All things were created through the eternal Word in the beginning. It may also refer to the world of humanity, as when Jesus claims, "I am the light of the world." John chapter 8. Verse 12, or when he declares to Nicodemus, "God so loved the world that he gave his only Son." John chapter 3. Verse 16. The world may also stand for people at enmity with God, those who oppose God's will and purpose. This world, though created through the Word, is ruled by the prince of the world. This world is below, in contrast with the world above. It is of darkness in contrast with the world of light. It does not receive Jesus, the emissary from above. The world, in today's gospel, refers to people who do not accept Jesus. John chapter 1. Verse 11. Jesus is the target of their opposition, and he will fall victim to their hostility. In his absence, the world's hatred will be directed to his associates and friends. Jesus urges his followers to love one another. If hatred characterizes the world's response to Jesus' followers, love is the distinguishing mark of his disciples.